Ashraf stood tall, his eyes scanning the horizon, lost in thought. His shadow fell across his father's frail form, a stark contrast between youth and age. "I built myself from nothing, Baba," Ashraf said, his voice tight with emotion. "Every brick, every beam, I laid it all." He had become an engineer, the owner of a thriving company, a testament to his hard work and determination. But the bitterness lingered, a sour taste in his triumph, a reminder of the sacrifices made. In another part of the sprawling family home, Mona clutched her daughter Talia close, her heart heavy with worry. The little girl was burning with fever, her eyes dull and lifeless, a stark contrast to her usual vibrant self. Nadia, the caregiver, placed a comforting hand on Mona's shoulder, her presence a small solace in a sea of worry. "Don't worry," she soothed. "Bash Mohandis Allah will take care of everything. He always does." Whispers of inheritance swirled through the house like a malevolent wind, unsettling everyone within its walls. Salma's scream pierced the night, abruptly cut short. The silence that followed was deafening, a stark contrast to the chaos that had erupted just moments before. The streets, usually bustling with life, now seemed eerily deserted, shadows dancing under the dim streetlights. Mulak, his face grim and eyes narrowed, checked the clip in his pistol. He knew time was of the essence. Every second counted, and the weight of responsibility bore heavily on his shoulders. The cold metal of the gun was a stark reminder of the danger that lay ahead. "We have to get to her before it's too late," he growled, his voice filled with urgency and determination. The gravity of the situation was not lost on him, and he could feel the adrenaline coursing through his veins. Samra, her eyes hard and determined, checked the ammunition in her own weapon. She had been through countless battles, but this one felt different. The stakes were higher, and the enemy more elusive. She steeled herself for the confrontation ahead. Awan, barely more than a boy, trembled with fear, but his grip on the rifle was firm. He had never faced such a dire situation before, but he knew he had to be brave. The fate of his loved ones depended on it. News of Salma's abduction spread like wildfire, igniting a sense of urgency and fear within the community. Whispers of betrayal and suspicion filled the air, as everyone tried to piece together what had happened. A collective sigh of relief was heard when she was returned, shaken but unharmed. The community's relief was palpable, but the scars of the night's events would linger for a long time. Nimin, however, wasn't so lucky. Her disappearance left a void that was felt deeply by all who knew her. The uncertainty of her fate cast a long shadow over the community. Her disappearance was shrouded in mystery. The streets where she was last seen were now a haunting reminder of the unknown dangers that lurked in the darkness. When she finally reappeared, her eyes vacant, her spirit broken, the family rejoiced. But the joy was bittersweet, as they could see the toll her ordeal had taken on her. A chilling unease lingered, a constant reminder of the fragility of their safety. The family tried to move on, but the fear of the unknown kept them on edge. Zainab's hand trembled as she dialed the familiar number, her heart pounding. She knew that this call could change everything, and the weight of that knowledge made her hesitate for just a moment before pressing the call button. Dr. Riyad stared at his reflection in the mirror, his eyes searching for a trace of the man he once was. His face was pale and drawn, a ghost of his former self. He had falsified an autopsy report, betrayed his oath, and compromised his integrity, all for a fistful of money. The weight of his actions bore heavily on his conscience. "It was for you, my love," he whispered, his voice trembling with emotion, clutching the framed picture of his wife. Her smile in the photo was his only solace. "I loved him, she confessed, her eyes filled with sorrow, her voice a low murmur. The pain of unrequited love was etched on her face. The object of her affection, a married man, was blissfully unaware of her feelings and remained oblivious to the turmoil he had wrought in her heart. The family patriarch, a man used to wielding power, lay dying, his once strong presence now a mere shadow, his grip on life weakening. The end was near, and with it the secrets he held would soon be buried forever. Ashraf stood before his father's grave, the scent of freshly dug earth heavy in the air. His father had taken his secrets, his pain, his silence to the grave. But the truth, Ashraf knew, had a way of revealing itself eventually. The family home, once a sanctuary, now felt like a battleground. Salma's abduction, it turned out, was no random act. It was a pawn in a much larger game, a web of deceit spun by a shadowy figure known only as Eldab III, the hyena.